they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The Goff's throw here taken in by Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling the fact that the ball got turned over.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He's got room past the 30, the 40. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Chargers. Mike Williams, 96 yards. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 39 yards. And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Santoso now for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Chargers 13.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is up to 8.
Jaguars 21, Chargers 13.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll fake the give. Now gone. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Chargers 13. Logan Cook to kick off.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Joe Reed will return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Herbert has it knocked free. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 40, Chargers 13.
A handoff for Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions.
But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Etienne once more. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. On the keeper, here's Goff. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here comes Reed. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. So his first sack of the game is CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 75 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a 1st down.
We never got to see how Jacksonville planned to pair Etienne with James Robinson together last season because a Lisfranc injury kept the rookie from ever reaching the field. But just like the rest of the team, Etienne is starting fresh in 2022, and you can honestly consider this his
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff rolling to his right, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Play action. It's Herbert. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A shotgun snap, and again to ETN.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. ETN up the middle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
94 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run. It's ETN.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Jags are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers 13. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On the return, here's Agnew. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now ETN to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Again, Herbert. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On second and goal, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, this has been...
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it's pretty rare that you see a ball game decided by this wide of a margin, and now it gets, Charles, even wider after that pick 6. They've done everything right on that sideline.
I think we can safely say that not only is the scoreboard, right, the gap big there, now everyone's just looking for stat padding, right? Do I get a chance to make a big play? Can I get a takeaway? Can I go ahead and put the ball in the end zone? That's what these guys are all talking to each other about now with a lead this big.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull the rabbit out of their hat. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
back to his own 9-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other.